What's going on, guys? My name is Jacob. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm here for part 4 of the Iceman returns here on F1 2012, and today we are here for the Bahrain Grand Prix. And now you can see he's stepping into the car. Raikkonen was feeling confident at this race. He qualified in 7th place, but his teammate Romero was unable to get into Q3 as he only qualified in 12th. But Raikkonen did say that this might be a difficult Grand Prix, because he wasn't really feeling it yesterday and he didn't really know what went wrong in qualifying. But now looking at the grid, you can see the top 3 is Jensen Button, followed by Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel. Then in 4th is Vettel's teammate Mark Webber, 5th is Sergio Perez, 6th is Felipe Massa, 7th is Kimi, 8th is Nicky Rosberg, 9th is Paul Rest, and rounding out the top 10 is Lewis Hamilton. Now looking at the race strategy, it's normal fuel strategy for today, and it looks like Kimi will be pitting on lap 12 to go on to set the primes. And now let's go onto the track. So you can see now obviously Jensen Button on pole, and then Raikkonen in 7th and his teammate Romero in 12th. And on the grid you can see he has Felipe Massa and Sergio Perez ahead of him. And now as we're moving up to 5 red lights, we have 29 laps ahead of us, and it's lights out and away we go. And obviously Raikkonen gets a decent start, not as good a start as he has in the previous race, and Nicky Rosberg has actually already got alongside him. And coming up into the first corner, Raikkonen goes around the outside, and Vettel actually runs off a bit, and Webber gets squeezed out, and Perez also squeezes him out even more. But now Raikkonen is up into 4th place already, and it looks like he goes up the inside of Sebastian Vettel, and it looks like Fernando Alonso as well. But it looks like Alonso just has the speed and it edges him out, and he now looks like he's going to try around the outside again, but that doesn't work. He runs wide, but luckily maintains P3. And now we're going to come on to lap 3. The race has now been enabled, and it looks like it's gotten a bit darker. Mark Webber now is looking to get past Raikkonen, but that doesn't happen. But coming out the first corner, he runs a bit wide, and then Raikkonen just loses it and spins on lap 3 and goes into the gravel, and that means he drops down all the way down to, I think it's 11th, and yes, it is 11th. And now Raikkonen is just trying to catch Nicky Rosberg, and he has Bruno Senna behind him, so but he is getting very, very close to Nicky Rosberg. He has already caught him up by probably about half a second, and now he's about half a second, and he's really looking good to get the pass on Nicky Rosberg soon. And you can see that he has still got some gravel on his tyres, so it's not completely gone yet. And now coming up into this tricky double apex left-hander, Raikkonen doesn't make a mistake, but Bruno Senna is now very close, and luckily Raikkonen is able to stay ahead using just about half his curves, and coming into this swooping left and right-hander. It's 3rd gear corner, and it looks like Rosberg isn't that close. I think it is Sebastian Vettel ahead of him. I would expect Sebastian Vettel, as Raikkonen makes a mistake and Bruno Senna gets past. And on this straight now, Raikkonen uses the rest of his curves, and he goes up the inside of Perez, Bruno Senna, and moves up into P10 again. And there's only 23 drivers in the Grand Prix at the moment, and now as we're coming down on the start-finish straight, obviously Raikkonen has now dropped that back by 1.7 seconds to Nicky Rosberg just after that mistake. But coming from the first corner, that was from Grosjean that Rosberg was fighting with, and Rosberg actually got ahead of Grosjean. But Grosjean is now in 9th, and Raikkonen's next target is now got onto lap 5. You can see it's cleared up a bit now, and there's quite a bit of a train ahead, and Grosjean is now squeezed out there by Nicky Rosberg, and so Raikkonen goes around the outside and up turns to the inside and gets the move done on lap 5. And then there is 3 cars. I think it's Sebastian Vettel, Jensen Button, and Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, and Nicky Rosberg ahead in 6th, 7th, and 8th. And now we're cutting onto lap 6. Vettel is in 7th now, and you can see that Raikkonen goes up the inside, and that doesn't quite work. But it looks like on the straight it should work. This Raikkonen gets in the section and then pulls out and opens the DRS, and that is a very easy and quick move for Kimi Raikkonen to get done there. And I believe Nico Rosberg gets past as well. Coming up to the first corner, just slowing it down very nicely. And now to lap 7, Raikkonen makes another little mistake and spins, but avoids the barrier and doesn't go into any grapple or anything this time. But that means that Rosberg has a go, and Raikkonen brakes nice and easy. But Rosberg, he broke a bit later, and then you saw him go, and then he lost the back end and spun 180 and spun around 180 degrees, which sent him very low down. And he actually ended up finishing the race in 15th. As
okay,
now
Kimi, we're going for the
radio,
undercut.
and you've obviously just heard the team radio. And basically, so Raikkonen is going for the undercut. He's coming into the pits now, and he's going to be having a set of front tyres fitted onto his car, and it's a 3-second pit. It's a 3-second pit stop, so pretty set by the Lotus team, and it looks like he's going to be joining in 14th or 15th, between Ricardo is, and there he is, and it looks like Raikkonen might be able to get ahead of him. Actually, no, he doesn't. So that was a bit surprising. And now onto lap 16. Obviously, Raikkonen back in 7th, and he has Bruno Senna ahead of him in 6th place, and he gets close to Bruno Senna, but not quite close enough to go for the pass. Now he goes for a pass around here and gets the pass done. Real pass now is the Morton radio.
You need to save fuel, Kimi, please.
So obviously Kimi Raikkonen has to save some fuel, and so coming on down now onto the straight, you see he goes into the limits, as he was actually quite low on fuel, and on this lap 19. As now we come on to the final lap, Kimi Raikkonen crosses the line and finishes in 6th place. One position gain from his qualifying. So not too bad, but I'm pretty sure Raikkonen will want to more. Now you can see the results. Gents bottom won the race from Felipe Massa and Sergio Perez in 3rd. We have Mark Webber in 4th and Lewis Hamilton in 5th. 6th is Kimi Raikkonen, 7th is Kimi Raikkonen, 8th is Michael Schumacher, 9th is Romero from Raikkonen Iceman, and in 10th it is Aston Martin with Sebastian Vettel not missing on the point. But now looking at driver's standings, Lewis Hamilton now leads way over his teammate Jenson Button, followed by Kimi Raikkonen in 3rd with Sebastian Vettel, Mark Webber, Michael Schumacher, Fernando Alonso, Sergio Perez, Ryan Version, and Aston Martin running up the top 10. And looking at constructors, McLaren lead the way ahead of Red Bull and Lotus, with Sauber and Mercedes in 4th and 5th, with Ferrari 6th, 7th points, and Toro Rosso, and forcing the last point scorers. Teams yet to score are Mauricio Caterham and HRT. But that's been it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please give it a big like, comment down below your thoughts, subscribe if you are new for weekly F1 content, and follow me on Twitter at F1Petrode_. As always, links that down in the description, and all music used in this video will also be down in the description, as well as a link to get Partner Freedom if you wish to. But I will see you next time.